Hi, welcome. Today I am going to explain about the film Rocky or Rani Kii Prem Kahaani. Spoilers ahead, watch out fully. The wealthy Dhanlakshmi Sweets, which bears the name of the wealthy Punjabi family's grandmother Dhanlakshmi Randhawa, Jaya Bachchan, is owned by the Randhawas. Kanwal married Dhanlakshmi into the Randhawa family, but Kanwal's mother never allowed her to live with them. Kanwal was more enthusiastic about poetry than the confectionery industry. Dhanlakshmi took over the family business when his mother passed away and increased its revenue to 2,000 rupees crores. After an accident, her husband, Kanwal Lund, Dharmendra, is wheelchair-bound and amnesic. They control the home, including Tihori's meek wife Poonam, Kshiti Jog, as well as his two adult children Rocky, Ranveer Singh, and Gayatri, Anjali Anand, and their son Tihori, Amir Bashir, who resembles Dhanlakshmi. Similar to how her own mother-in-law felt about her, Dhanlakshmi had a sour disposition towards Poonam. Tihori intimidates Rocky, a performer, into not dancing in public because he would soon be the CEO of Dhanlakshmi Sweets. Rocky discovers a picture of Jamini and begins hunting for her after Kanwal misidentifies a woman as Jamini, Shabana Azmi, one day. Rocky thinks that Jamini might be able to cause Kanwal to remember something. Kanwal's memory loss is not something Dhanlakshmi supports. She also constantly kept Tihori away from Kanwal. Vicky, Abhinav Sharma, Rocky's best buddy and gym companion, and he embark on the journey. According to an internet search, Jamini is Rani Chatterjee, Alia Bhatt, a well-known television news anchor, grandma. Rani is from an educated Bengali family whose father Chandan, Tota Roy Chowdhury, is a trained Kathak dancer and whose mother Anjali, Churni Ganguli, teaches English. Rani's co-worker Suman, Nomit Das, has feelings for her, but there is no spark between them. Suman is liked by Anjali. Rani and Rocky meet at the workplace. Rocky describes how Kanwal suddenly remembered Jamini a few days ago and how she might be a memory trigger for him. Jamini recalls Kanwal and claims that she had a brief encounter with him during a poetry conference in 1978. Jamini and Kanwal will be reunited by Rocky and Rani. Kanwal's mother, Dhanlakshmi, would never permit him to leave the house, thus the meeting is held at Rocky's house. Later, Jamini is recognized by Kanwal, who then gives her a kiss in front of his family. They had a brief extramarital relationship in 1978, it is discovered. Rocky and Rani arrange for their grandparents to meet, and it is during these meetings that they begin their own connection. Rocky makes an attempt to propose to Rani, but she declines, calling their union a fling. Tihori and Dhanlakshmi learn what Rocky and Rani were up to with Kanwal and Jamini as a result of their altercation. Rocky is forbidden by Dhanlakshmi from ever allowing Kanwal to see Jamini again. Rani does, however, come to understand her love for him. The two households move residences for 3 months in order to disrupt the patriarchal cycle that pervades Indian society. This is due to cultural differences between the two households. Rocky's assurance that her decision will be final for him after 3 months is accepted by Dhanlakshmi. Rani persuades her family to give Rocky a chance in the meanwhile. Rocky is in love, and Dhanlakshmi whispers to Tihori that if the situation is not resolved, it will escalate into rebellion. Rani is treated coolly by Dhanlakshmi. To the chagrin of Dhanlakshmi and Tihori, Rani makes an effort to empower the female members of Rocky's household. She explains to Poonam and Gayatri that they are valued in the home. She admits to Poonam that Tihori owns her as a slave. Rani becomes friends with Poonam and finds out that she was a talented singer who quit after getting married. Rocky discovers that the Chatterjee is making fun of him for his ignorance of common information. Rocky thinks voting alludes to Big Boss. His remarks almost seem racist. Rocky is forced to handle every task alone because there are no staff in the home. Rocky, however, is unable to activate the gas. During the Chatterjee cultural event night, Rocky gets made fun of by all of their pals. Anjali went bra shopping before Rocky and Anjali went shopping. Rocky finds it repulsive to be forced to try on a bra. However, Anjali makes him realize that despite the fact that women have been washing men's pants for generations, he does not treat them equally. Chandan gets ridiculed by the audience as he dances an effeminate Kathak dance at Rocky's friend's wedding. Rocky expresses regret and gains the Chatterjee's respect by offering to reform his patriarchal ways. Rocky adds that this is how his parents and grandparents raised him, but he is eager to learn. He adds that the Chatterjees have prejudices against him as well, including that he is a racist, misogynist, and a poor English speaker. He claims that although he enjoys dancing as well, he lacked Chandan's bravery to challenge his father. He begins going to Chandan's dance lessons as well. Poonam receives an apology from Tihori, but she rejects it. He was only made a man, she claims, by Dan Lakshmi. Nevertheless, he overlooked the fact that Tihori is also his father's son, a father to his own children, and a husband to his wife. Tihori confronts Dan Lakshmi after she stops Poonam and commands her to address his wife politely. Tihori makes a commitment to seek Poonam's pardon. A few months later, Tihori returns to the Chatterjee home to apologize, a transformed man. Rocky and Rani eventually get married, and Dan Lakshmi accepts Rani as a member of the family by sending her the recipe for their sweets even though she is unable to attend the ceremony. Comment your favorite sequence in this movie recap with time snaps. Thanks for watching this awesome recap. Subscribe for regular movie updates.